Oh God. Oh God. I need to get a copy of that.
You know what? I will print that out on like some like a poster board. That way you can that should be your new backdrop, bro. You need to get you should put that and sign it like a rock star.
That's awesome.
I'm actually gonna do that. Tommy Jude poster.
Oh,
shit.
good.
Tommy, I'm gonna put one on my wall.
Yeah.
that is backdrop worthy. Like I got Marilyn Monroe over there. You guys might see ripping a dart one day instead.
I got some Maryland shirts I used to wear, but I haven't worn one for a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. How you been?
Good. Not too bad. Hanging in there anyway. Yeah.
That's good.
I'm here.
Well, and we were kind of talking backstage. I was kind of giving you the rundown of what we've been doing in the Hive, which is going back to the beginning. And
it's good to do.
Yeah. And we were talking how, I mean, for God's sakes, the Range Rover that we all thought was Kaylee's, well, yes, she may have had a Range Rover. It's a rental. It's a rental. So at no point, does that matter for us to know? Maybe, maybe not. But how is that coming out now? What, 3 years later? Nobody.
Yeah, they told us that she went there to show off her new car.
And you would think that if she was, not living there and living at home, whether she was getting along with her parents or not, I would guess they would probably know or hear about at some point if that new car took a shit within a day. She had to get a rental from the dealership. I would guess that if you're living at home or if you're talking to your parents, that's probably going to come up. It's frustrating. It's annoying. You know what I mean? It's like natural human nature to probably relay that.
I would think so.
It makes the plates make a little bit more sense.
It's just another thing that they don't tell us.
Well, maybe that's a good question to ask you is, what is that reasoning for? Like in your mind, why aren't they telling us stupid things like that?
Well, I heard rumors about that car a long time ago, and maybe they are true. I don't know. I don't know.
What kind of rumors?
Well, I heard rumors a long time ago. No, this is just rumors. So, everybody take it easy.
I got the disclaimer on the bottom now. We're good.
Okay. Well, that car was actually bought and transferred on what they transfer drugs in over there. And what that is they use these trucks that look like they're full of hay.
Oh, so that was like for getting shit like over the border and through the states type car?
Yeah, and they were using trucks with this. And I heard that's how that car was transferred. I don't know where she bought it or what dealership. We're not hearing any of that kind of stuff. So I always wondered about that rumor. We did dig into it, but we couldn't prove it. And geez, you know what? I think that was Bubbly and I digging into that way back. It's been quite a while ago.
Well, and whether it was used, isn't it interesting though, Tom? Like how whether it was used for the trafficking, whether it was used for a rental, everybody in the news, they made it a point to put that Range Rover in the spotlight, right? So typically you might do that. If it was nefarious, you're going to make it seem innocent. Like, no, she was just excited to show off this car. It probably wasn't maybe that, she's driving a rental car that has no association with her. So if she gets pulled over or she had to ditch it, it's not in her name. And she could, who knows?
In this case, nothing fucking surprises me, dude. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises me.
Dude, well, it's a little bit unfortunate too, because in addition to people saying that, she was going there to show it off, a lot of people said, well, how does she afford that? My point to that is, well, either she was making more money than everybody expected. That's the obvious answer, some way or another. Or she's got golden handcuffs to this Range Rover, and that's all of her money going towards it for what she was making.
Or she got one hell of a deal through somewhere.
That could be it too, because I've gone on like Carvana or whatever used cars. I mean, you could find there's Range Rovers that have 97,000 miles on it. They're still 36, 37 grand. I mean, for a used car with almost 100K on it, I don't know.
Right.
So, this is Hive. This is the theory that I was telling Tommy that we kind of wanted to get into tonight, which is what is a new theory on why they would wait to call 911. Last night we dove into, and if you have not seen the stream from last night, I posted a quick cut of that this morning. That stream is up. That was going back to the beginning, diving into the rumors, seeing if what has come out now with the body cam, with the police reports, with the photos, if that makes more sense. There was 3 or 4 rumors that we saw where people said the person who was unconscious was the perp. And I would go, I've never even thought of that. I've never thought of that. Is the reason why they said someone's unconscious on the 911 call is because it was the perp. It was the guy who did it.
Wow. Yeah, that's a new one on me.
We had never seen that until last night.
Yeah, I didn't see last night's show, I guess. So yeah. Yesterday was a busy day with the sibs and everything, so I didn't get a whole lot done last night. But that's a new one on me. And you never know.
No, you never know.
He might have been unconscious after Kaylee and Xana and maybe even Ethan got in a few licks.
Right. And here's what the post said, something about there was somebody who was transported to the ICU by a police officer from the house. And we've all heard the news reports that said 4 students dead, another hospitalized, right? But they never said that it was another student hospitalized. It just said 4 students dead, another hospitalized. And then you start to think, okay, well, the 911 call, I did some digging after the stream, Hive. Tell me if you all remember this too. Do you guys remember how initially when everybody had heard, oh, the call was for an unconscious person? What were the rumors that we all heard? It was one of the roommates walked in there, saw it, and passed out.
Yep. That's what I heard.
So maybe there's truth to this whole unconscious person going to the hospital, but they never clarified it at all.
Right. I do still have that video out. I just don't know where it's at because I've got a new computer and I've got so many things on zip drives, but I still do have that video of that nurse saying that, what was it, like 3 people came in with cuts and bruises on their hands.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, I had that. I still got that video somewhere. I'm gonna have to dig that one up.
Okay. Yeah, you should. You should. And
yeah, I'll have to dig that one up.
Thank you for the super chat. She says, I love Tommy Jude. You say it like it is and don't take shit.
Yeah, well, sometimes I get enough shit from YouTube.
Yeah, don't we all?
Oh, yeah, we both been through the old YouTube ringer lately. They're not liking us too well for some reason, Bird. What the hell's the goddamn problem?
You know, Tom, I don't know. Oddly enough, I got a TikTok strike for the first time, like since I've stopped going live over there too. They said that I reused unauthorized content, which is hilarious because it was my own content from this stream on YouTube that I posted. And they didn't even let me appeal it. They just gave, it's like
they just strike you. That's what they did to me too. Yeah, that's what they did to me too.
So I had to put like a shitload of my videos on private on TikTok. Any video that got appealed at one point, I just put it all on private. And I'm not going to risk it for 90 days. So you guys, I mean, on TikTok, I'm going to post just random stuff. But when it comes to like clips and stuff, I'm not gonna risk it for the next, which is just 90 days is ridiculous. 90 days, just delete the video. You know?
Well, then we couldn't even, I don't know about you, but I couldn't even upload, I couldn't do anything for a week.
I could upload, I just couldn't go live.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that. I don't think I could do anything.
That's too bad.
Oh,
well, I'm glad you're here now, and I'm glad it worked out.
Right.
Just to plug the channel real quick. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button, please do. In addition to going live each morning, I will post a quick cut version of this. That's usually about 30 minutes. So if you can't stay for the whole live, I'll put the highlights of the live in that video. And then I've also been doing the daily sting, which is kind of generalized current events headlines. You got 3 stories in 20 minutes. Zero bullshit is the concept of it.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Come to my channel. He's got it right there. Once Upon a Crime Time.
Well, yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to Tommy if you do not. Once Upon a Crime Time. And you go live, what, once or twice a week?
Usually on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays.
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Tommy, I do this thing. I know you've tuned in, but just as a reminder, I do this thing each stream, which is called the Discord question of the day. This one comes from Mary Holt 68. I thought this was a really good question, and I wanted to get your takes on it, which is Mary had asked, wouldn't all the other students along with BK have written similar papers, possibly it being an assignment? Plus, the students in his classes would have had the same books, correct? Does that mean any one of those students could be in BK's shoes? And they answered their own question, said, no, I think there's more to this. I feel like I'm taking part in a psychological test, a lab rat, and I don't like it.
Wow.
I agree, though.
There's a lot to that. What's said in there.
I can't believe that the mainstream news has brainwashed people and made them actually think that a kid's education is guilt. It's guilt, right? He was criminology. That's guilty. That's weird. It's not saying, oh, criminology, it's the study of criminals' minds. He was curious how people would feel and all that stuff. Do you know how much you have to like pervert that to get to that point where so many people believe it?
Oh my God. And that's to say, I get so tired of it, dude. Like watching when they came out with the video of him going into Costco and all that stuff, and oh my God, they're like on every look. Oh, he put his hand in the left pocket. You know? I'm going, the dude. You know what? The dude took out 4 people the night before, and he's walking like nothing. Like. Oh, come on, give me a break. I mean, really, the dude would be sore as hell for one thing. And the dude is walking normal, you know? And that crap, it just gets to me, you know, how they look at every, he put his hand in his left pocket. It's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. I actually, you know, I posted a video within like 30 seconds of seeing that. And I'm like, all right, I've seen Brian Koberger walk into Costco. I can say hands down, there's no way that Frankenstein's awkward nephew shuffled in there like Jason Bourne and pulled this timeline off. There's no way. Like you could just, and people go, this guy's so stupid. He thinks he could tell someone killed people by the way they walked. I'm like, no, clearly it went right over your head that I'm saying this timeline just by the way that he's doing a simple task now makes even less sense. I made the joke, like you're picking Brian Koberger last in gym class. If like for a team, you could tell he just doesn't move that good.
I've said that from the beginning. I was a basketball player, 3 sports.
Yep.
Very athletic. Started varsity football in the 9th grade, and we came 1 game from state. I mean, we had a good team. The man is not athletic.
Thank you.
The man he is clumsy as you can get. I mean, the guy, even just watching him walk, you can tell the dude is clumsy. He's just he's not very athletic.
Yeah.
Period.
And I think I had made a joke. I'm like, I don't think he could even stab 4 Capri Suns without spilling a drop, yet alone stab 4 people and leave no DNA. I mean, it's and if you've been an athlete or if you've played sports or you've been around people that are, you could just tell. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what it is. It is what it is. I mean, and I'm sorry too. By the way, the weapon he used is a very close quartered, meant for combat or being a bayonet in trench warfare. Okay. It's not like, so he
Right.
would have to be athletic to use that and slash and not have somebody get their hands on them.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, when I first heard this, the very first thing, when I seen it on news for the very first time, I said, a hunter did this. A hunter did this. And I stick by it. It's somebody that knows hunting very well, if not trained by the Marines or somebody like that.
It's such a good point because I'm telling you, man, like fight or flight and female or male, if your adrenaline's going, you're kicking, you're screaming, you're
Right.
and plus, I don't know. You're right. It's somebody, and I've seen breakdowns of the autopsy people have done, and where they were stabbed seems to be like lethal, right? They have at least a stab wound, and it's the same thing for if they were shot. Now, if I would have been told these 4 kids were shot and Brian Koberger was the person who did it,
I might believe that.
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
I would say
I might believe that.
We might not even be having this conversation if they would have said it was a gun.
Right. Not the way it was done.
Right.
There's no way.
Hive, would you guys agree with that? Would you say that if they would have came out and said, well, I mean, Olivia and Chrissy and Steve had said their niece called them and said someone went to a party and shot it up. I mean, if they would have stuck with that narrative, I don't know if anybody would have dug into this case nearly as much.
Xana would have kicked his ass.
Yeah. LA Mike said, I still say no. He would have shot the ceiling tiles. Oh my God.
I love that one.
That's
a good one.
That's a good one, LA Mike. I mean, so Tabby, I got a couple Hive Mind finds, and honestly, once we get through these, we can talk about anything. I just want to make sure because
I want to say hi to my crime family. I see you all out there. I don't have to name you. You know who you are. And I want to say hi, and I thank you very much for being here.
I love it. Yeah, you got a loyal following, and I was saying in the beginning of the stream that super grateful for everybody that tunes into you that when I was new came over and helped me get my channel started.
Yeah, that's been you just like boom that and you just like, but you had a really good TikTok following too, and I think that's carried over. And yeah, you're booming, and that's good to see, bro. Good
thank you. And I there's nothing better than being surrounded by people who both I want to see you do well, you want to see me do well.
Yep.
I want to see the Hive do well. And I think kind of how we were talking with people who are athletic, you can just tell. I think you can sense that same thing with someone's authenticity and genuineness, and I totally get that from you.
Yeah, same here with you, bro.
Yeah. Well, so going into the Hive Mind finds, Tommy, this is a video that somebody sent in, and I don't know if you've ever seen this. I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Okay. Yep.
Good morning, Northwest. Tragedy on the U of I campus. 4 students dead, another in the hospital. The new information we're learning and the questions we're hoping to be answered. On Good Morning Northwest, tragedy on the U of I campus. 4 students dead, another in the hospital. The new information we're learning and the questions we're hoping to be answered.
Did you hear that? And we watched that clip last night. 4 students dead, another in the hospital. My question to you and to people in the Hive. Go ahead.
Do I have to actually bring this up to show people, because it is really to me fucking crazy as hell.
You got something you want to share?
Yeah, but it might go ahead and do what you're doing because it might take me a couple of minutes. You will see listed victim 1. You'll see victim 3, victim 4, victim 5, victim 6. With victim 4 being like Kaylee, victim 5 being Maddie, victim 6. You see what I'm saying? 1 and 2 are missing, dude.
Holy shit.
It starts out with victim 4. Victim 3. So
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
1
an
and 2 are
ISP?
missing, and I do believe it's an ISP. Every single one of them. 1 and 2 are missing, and it's like, well, who the hell is victim 1 and victim 2? And Dylan and Bethany are not victims, so that they can't be using them as victims. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look that up. I can't find it right now on my whatever. I just got a new computer. I'm transferring stuff and blah blah blah, and I can't quite find it. But people that are from my show see me show that, and it starts out at victim 3, victim 4, victim 5, victim 6, and that's being Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana and Ethan. Well, who the hell is victim 1 and 2? Be at the very top of the page of the documents where it says victims, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 6 victims listed.
All right, let me.
Well, it starts at 3. Put it that way.
Okay.
They don't list who victim 1 and victim 2 are. Okay, there's victim 3. There's victim 3. Go back down a little bit. Keep going. There's victim 2. Go back up.
Wait,
up.
Where am I looking?
There you are. There's victim 3. Right here.
Oh,
right here.
Right here.
Right there. Okay.
Oh shit! You're right.
Yeah. This one has victim 2. Where's victim 1?
Well, victim 5, witness 1.
Yeah.
Wait, victim 5, victim 4, victim 3, victim 2. Where is victim?
I don't get it.
Does anybody know why that would be? Anybody got any ideas? It's a good find.
Doesn't make any sense, bro.
No, it doesn't. Hang on. Let's check out a couple other ones when they. Here's another one. Victim. Wait. Now victim 2 is Maddie. But it wasn't it Kaylee up here?
I think it was Maddie, I think.
No, see? Victim 2 is Kaylee.
Oh yeah, Kaylee. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, but that's got to be that's got to be something
what's going on?
Somebody help me understand. What is it about with the CAD systems and the 911 calls? They're like, people are like, oh, they don't have to be synchronized and all this stuff. Like, what is it with the police's technology to not be synced up? Why is that different? It's just sloppy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was the word I was looking for, Z.
I mean, if you look, all of them are listed there. You look, there's Kaylee, there's Maddie, and if you slide down, there's gonna be Xana, right? And Ethan. Okay. Well, who the hell is victim 1?
And witness 1 is a male.
Right.
You notice that? Witness 1 is a male. Who is that? Well, let's see what this report is about.
Yeah, it's probably someone on the report. But still, they're listing all the victims, and every single time, it starts out different. It never has who the victim or victims are at the beginning. Why do they start out at victim 2.
And this is different. So here's what I want to look at, Tommy. All right. So we have date of birth 21, age 21. Okay,
Yep.
5'4", blonde or strawberry. And for this one, 21, 5'4", Sandy. So, I mean, they didn't just mess the name up. That's really Kaylee's info.
Right.
Yeah. The witness one is probably Hunter. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Well, but then
As a what? Oh, as a witness. Yeah.
well, witness 6. Witness 6? It's got to be people that were outside during the 911 call, right?
Right.
Or
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I could actually see that. But when you're talking about you know, not the witnesses, but the victims. I mean, bro,
yeah.
we've been told
Sloppy.
there's only four victims, but it's on every single one of them.
Well, let's see if we can find another one and see if they get mixed up. Let me just see. These are all witnesses. Witness. Well, let's go down a little bit. Let's kind of go randomly, see if I can stumble upon it. That's a good catch. Suspect.
Suspect. Yeah, suspect one. Oh, there's witness
age 41. A 53-year-old witness and a 41-year-old suspect.
Suspect one, 41 years old. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, I think I have an idea as to who that is. I think a lot of people
Probably.
do.
Right.
But the 53-year-old, who would that be? Oh, wait. Oh, it says female. The wife is 53. Thank you, Phoenix. What up? Good to see you. Or Molly I almost said Molly McMeth. Just naturally.
Right?
Just almost naturally, dude. Oh, that's wild, though. I mean,
it is. I mean, they should have it. I mean, there's only supposed to be four deceased and victims, and here they start out with, and I've seen them start out with 3.
yeah, man. I mean, and just even the fact they messed up those 2 names is weird. The other thing too is like, at what point is it? Oops. At what point is it one of those things where it's like all this other stuff is a little bit hard to wrap your head around and it seems sloppy? I mean, at what point do you stop writing things off as, I'm sure it was just an office error or a clerical error? Like, I don't know if you can do that anymore with these.
There's so many. There's too many.
Well, you know what, Kathy, you bring up a really good point. Are they just letting the bodies lay there behind unlocked, closed doors? Do you think somebody's guarding inside the house? Like, does that make sense? Like, you'd say, oh, they have the perimeter secured. Yes, I guess, but we never saw them clear the house, right? They're just going to take Hunter's word for it that he checked the pulse, she's dead, and he's holding a knife. Like, I'm surprised, again, I've said this a couple times, that you don't see when he's holding the knife and they turn around, that you don't see a gun pointed at him. You just walked into a homicide scene with 4 bodies, and there's a guy holding a gun following you in the crime scene.
Right.
I took a body language class 2 years or like 2 semesters in college.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I want you guys to watch what he did when Snyder walks up. Okay. This is like a nonverbal as to, you're not welcome in this conversation. Watch this. Right here. Look at how quick. Nope.
Is Kelly the one that's
stepped him away, and he said,
"Yep, Gunderson." Yep.
And he's like, you're not coming over here. Look at how quick he moved.
Yep.
He's like, oh shit, he's coming over here. Look at that. I mean, that is.
Yep. There he's looking at him.
Is
Yep.
Kelly the one that's upstairs with the other guy?
Why would he do that to a fellow officer?
Right. Thank you, Blue Eyed Candy. You rock. Good to see you here.
Last night. We went to bed like 32, but they were at the corner club. with that girl. Okay, because that's where they said they were. Okay. And then he said that they recently broke up.
Hive, what was the question we were going to ask 1-1 now that he's in here?
Hey, 1-1.
It's a good question, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
So they might have been at the corner club. I don't know how much you guys know. Last night, might have been at the corner club.
These dudes are, look at these nonverbals, guys. Look at these nonverbals. They
Right.
are, look at this guy. He's like, what is this idiot saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there is something off with this group of 3 guys right here. They do not want Snyder near him. And then he gets nervous.
So they might have been at the corner club. I don't know how much
And the thing is, this guy, okay, you can't see my arrow, but the bald head guy there to the left, he starts talking about, you can tell he's talking about JD's house.
Yeah,
At
let's
one
listen to what he says.
at one point.
All right, here comes a headphone warning. 3, 2, 1.
Group of guys up here at 11 was possibly with them. And one of the couples, I think it might be one of the females that's deceased, his ex-boyfriend came up earlier and was asking what was going on. So he's in the back of Mitch's car, but they were all with him last night till 2, so that's all I know so far. So he really just walked all the way around and didn't see any blood, any running, any handles, anything like that. I don't know. They might just let us, those guys. They seem pretty cooperative, but
we got prosecutors spooled up on 12
Yeah, I just got a call from Ash. They called me.
See, this looks like they're dealing with a. Okay, Hive, I want to preface with what I'm about to say. In no way, shape, or form that people getting killed wouldn't be a headache. These guys look like it is whatever is going on is a much like they're already aware of what happened. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
this doesn't seem like an initial reaction of like, oh, this is going to be a headache to solve it. They're just getting here and they already know this is going to be a huge headache because they know. Yes, that's what I mean.
Yep, because they know.
I would question the people that have still been trying to follow this by the book. And I would say, so now you're going to tell me it's not just this one department, it's this department, like all the people, that department. Oh, all the people that work in the courthouse, all the families, all their friends, all there's no, that is a bigger conspiracy than anything that I would point to at times. Don't get me wrong. I've also gone way off the deep end with some stuff, but you get my point.
Right.
So
yeah, all it takes is a couple things and couple people.
Tommy, I'm serious when I say this is more and more with the lack of. I have a question for you. What's the weirdest thing right now about Brian Koberger besides the fact that they're keeping him in the media and following him in his prison stint? What's the weirdest thing?
Besides what? Say that again.
Like, so I'm saying it's weird that people like leaked footage of him in prison. It's weird that they're following and getting his reports. What else is weird about Brian Koberger's situation right now?
Geez, a lot of different things.
But an overarching one on the premise of this
never says anything, never says a word.
On the premise of this being legitimate, what would be happening right now with everything that we've exposed? There would be a defense attorney line out the door waiting to get this man out of prison because there's so much damn reasonable doubt you could make your career on it if you were the one to prove Brian Koberger didn't do this. But nobody's doing that.
But nobody's doing it.
So that leads me to believe that it is becoming more and more likely that there's either a backroom deal handshake going down or it is some sort of, I mean, guys, you got to think to yourself, what's becoming more likely? And that is that Brian Koberger played a role as the public-facing conviction for a larger operation or a larger crime that had taken place.
Yeah, they talked about national security interest.
You have no weapon, no confession,
Right.
no connection. You can't put him in the scene, or you can't put him in the house. You don't
Right.
see him in the car. You don't get his license plate. There's no bug shield on his car in the videos they
There's
released
no
too.
DNA. There's no nothing.
So
in his car, there was no nothing.
I'm starting to believe that they got a damn rental as close as they could have to Brian Koberger. That's why the car looked like it had just been professionally detailed, is because Hertz or a rent-a-car company literally details their car after you return it. And that's why it looks spick and span brand new. They're like, he must have removed the seats and gotten the bolts out to get it so clean. Or it's a rental car because when they knew they were looking for the Elantra and they didn't know where to find it, they have Brian Koberger, who's this top student that just so happened to transfer to Pullman and Washington, where they're getting all the funding from the NIJ, that he's going to go in there and he's going to play a role and he's going to go deep undercover. And if he was out and about that night, if that was him and it wasn't a rental car, I truly believe that Brian Koberger, I'm just going to say it, I don't think Brian Koberger was a drug user at all. I think that is a narrative plant to make it seem like he's sketchy. Will, his friend, people can say this and disagree with me. I believe Will, from the conversations we've also had off stream, Will said that Brian and him only hung out when they would go do pickups in Patterson. When they would go do buys is the only time Brian came around. And when I had Scott Payne on my stream, who was undercover inside the outlaw motorcycle gang, Scott Payne talks about you'll go with to do buys. Okay. You don't have to use, but you go with. And Will said he never once saw Brian use. And Will said that there was a question that Phoenix Talks had asked him. And it said, do you think Brian Koberger's a Fed? He goes, no. And Phoenix said, do you think he's an informant? And he goes, he thought about it. He said, no. He texted me a week later and he says, I have not stopped thinking about that question ever since you brought it up.
Right. And it could be something like that. There is, and I was told by somebody that is a former FBI agent that there's 3 other investigations going on within this investigation. So, I got to answer this. A. Griffin said, where was it stored? And I think she's talking about the knife sheath. Well, if it has DNA on it, it better be stored in that refrigerator.
I hope everybody has a great night. Sleep good. Have a great Thursday. And this quick cut will be posted tomorrow along with the Daily Sting. So, Tommy, I will see you soon, brother. Cheers.
Yep. Rock and roll, bro. Thank you for having me.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new